Alright, hey, what's up you guys? DJMama here, and you've read the title. I've won locals twice in a row with this deck. Well, if you want to say, I won my first locals with this deck, and then I played Light Sworn the following week and lost, but then I played this deck again, and then won again. So it's technically 1-2 locals back to back, if you think about it. But yeah, this deck has won me locals. I've been tinkering with it a lot, changing the trade-in target, pretty much, seeing what you can do. But yeah, this is not really a deck profile, but this is just basically going over how I've been winning with this list. 3 Kristya is mandatory now. I feel like if you don't see this card, you do inevitably lose, because there's not a lot of Kristyas here. You can maybe go into like Barrier Statue which Barrier Statue is that? Barrier Statue of the Heavens, the light one, but won't always work out for you. Goryu is a new ad, another Majestic mech. This one is just another 8 where it's 29 and it does piercing. And that's about it. It's another Valhalla target, it's another trade-in target. Venus has been very well performing. It's kind of just like, alright, cool. Sometimes when you summon it, it does do a decent amount of things. But that's it. I would not run more than 2 Hecatress in this deck, because I think having 3 Valhalla is already enough. I can, during sighting processes, I've cut like 1 Hecatress out, because it is gettable off the Shining Angel line if you like. You can just like summon it and then maybe it can get bounced back or added back without Kristya, and then you can search another Valhalla. But you always have to have Valhalla online. So I wouldn't recommend playing more than 3, because he is a guy you can just like pitch for Orange Light, but you're mostly just wanting to get more copies of Valhalla in your deck. Orange Light, best hand trap in the format. Pretty much the only decent hand trap in the format besides DD Crow. Just insane, fills up your grave. People have to play around it. The only thing it doesn't play around well enough is Vayu. That's about it. Dim Alk. One day I'll get like pretty prints of these cards, but right now I'm sticking with these lovely commons available to me. I think this card's crazy. The Shining Angel line, I actually finally did the Shining Angel line, which is where you go 1 Angel, 2 Angel, into Nova, into Shining, and that's immediately 4 fairies for Grave, and then you can add one of them back, so not too bad. Honest is mainstay in this deck. And then we're playing both Valley and Lady in this deck. So you want to end on options. Usually you go and end on Lady, most likely for the Shining Angel line. So yeah, that's not bad. Sopo and Mecha, Oka. Oka seems like a questionable choice, but this does out like a lot of Monarchs. It's just another 24, and you can special it Valhalla, so that's kind of nice. But we are actually just running Caius. I can never really ever cut these once again from the deck. They're still very good at closing out a lot of games. People expect you to like, okay, you're just specialing this guy and then running in something with Honest, but then they don't expect the Caius. So it's very nice. Also, we're playing both legal copies of Gold Sark. We got 2 Gold Sark to make sure our Dim Alk always has a target, because if you just normal summon him and then you fire the effect and you get a spell, it feels real bad. So like, dang, I'm not gonna get that monster back. So if you Gold Sark something like a Kristya already and you have Dim Alk up, it's so strong. So I'm playing both copies to make sure Dim Alk always has a target. We have Trade-In available. So yeah, Trade-In is what I'm just loving more and more about Edison. I just want to make more decks around Trade-In specifically. This card is insane. I just love the advantage it gets. It's much better than Hand Destruction. Upstart Goblin is available in our format, but it is 1 card, and sometimes it does mess with your damage output. The most questionable thing I think in this deck is Foolish Burial. I think Foolish Burial is, very questionable. It could be literally something else. Yeah, Truenade's funny, because if you have Trunade and Valhalla in a Kristya in hand, you can just reset the Valhalla with like bottomless your Kristya, and then your Valhalla's back online, because it's a soft once per turn. Don't you love that? And then our get back guys. So this messes with the grave to make sure you have exactly 4. Pot of Avarice is just one big bomb. if it gets to the late grind game, sometimes they do have you out for Kristya. But I think Beckoning Light moving forward is going to be the best way to manipulate the graveyard for you. Sometimes you need an Orange Light, a Kristya away, just to make sure your opponent does not get that far. Getting a Hecatrice back for Valhalla is fine as well. That's how you can get back Hecatrice, so you can make sure you always have Valhalla. And you can also, if you're really desperate, have like a trade-in like set somewhere. You're setting trade-in because I'm like, there's a decent amount of hand rip that I've been facing in my locals, like Machina Fortress specifically, and of course Trap Dutch Shoot. So, you know, it does happen where I can just like set this, get like one guy back, and then like trade it away, and then it does. I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we're playing Return because we do get Bottomless a lot now. They're playing Bottomless specifically against me, but I get the Bottomless counter. All right, and I'm gonna show you like an ideal hand. We're gonna shuffle these up a little bit, and we're gonna just explain how like the most ideal hand. Like if I can pull this up, I think that your most ideal hand is this so far. We would have Kristya, an Orange Light, and then maybe another Fairy. Seeing these 5 monsters literally means you can just win the game, honestly. You go Hecatrice, pitch, get a Valhalla for Kristya, and activate Valhalla special Kristya, and then you have a normal summon of your choice between Angel and Dinalk. I usually would go for Dinalk because I'm like, I'm just gonna hit. I'm greedy like that. So I just normal Dinalk, get something in Banish, and then they have to deal with a Dinalk who's always gonna get advantage. And then they have to deal with an Orange Light negate, so that's fun, isn't it? Okay, but yeah, that's the idealness of it. All right, yeah, that's pretty much ideal hand. I felt almost unbeatable with that hand. Like, oh, like what could you possibly do? I've seen people also play like My Body in this deck just to make sure Kristya stays online for as long as possible, and I agree that could come up over the Foolish Burial. So, you know, I think it does matter. Let's show you the extra deck. The extra deck kind of hardly ever matters. I've had 2 people end on Cataster versus me, and I do side in Cyber Dragon, so Cataster is a machine, and that can be easily Mega Fleeted away. And we have, of course, our own Cataster, our own Android, and our own Bria. Also on Urziquias, Gaia Knight, and Goyo, rounding out our 6 slots. 6 is really easy to get, and with Orange Light and like some of our side cards, it's really easy to make a lot of guys. Ancient Fairy Dragon's kind of funny. I haven't actually made having to special out a guy with Ancient Fairy Dragon, but I'm hoping for the day it does. Here's Black Rose, because Black Rose is nasty. We're also on Psychic Life Transfer, Light and Dragon, RDA, Stardust, and Thought Ruler. We're not on Mistworm. I don't really think Mistworm is needed in this deck. Right now I'm not playing a lot of, I guess I'm not really playing the Edison decks that go into the extra deck a lot, but when I do, it's very devastating for my opponent. Or I'm really out of options. It's one of those 2. Okay, and then oh gosh, this is really crazy. So we're gonna start with this Consecrated Light on our side. We also have, of course, in the side we have 2 big old Cyber Dragon. Big dudes. Speaking of dudes, DD Crow, I think is really needed. I had to fight some frog matchups, and while that is really favored, I think Kristya is definitely favored in the frog matchup. It is a little nasty if they get us started, and then you're kind of slowly not bringing it all the way back. It's a really weird time. So after that, we have the best take cards in the format in terms of BrainCon, MindCon. So if you're going second, you definitely want to side out the DD Warrior Lady, and you just want to focus on getting Cyber Valley, because Cyber Valley, Brain Control or Mind Control and take, and then draw 2 cards is insane. Also, if you have Orange Line hand, Brain Con, and Mind Con, you just tune it away for something else. So insane value there. We also have our 1 heavy and our 1 MST. And then we're also setting another copy of Pot of Avarice. This is another thing. I might take out Beckoning Lights if I know the games are going to be really, really grindy. So there's that. We're on 1 Solemn J, a Trap Dust Shoot, and of course our new ad, Trap Stun. So I think these used to be Royal Decrees. That's why I would side out the Beckoning for the Avarice. So now that Trap Stun's available, this card is real nasty, and Dust Shoot just makes it in ever so slightly. All these cards are definitely mainable. The Consecrated Light and the Cyber Dragons, I think these have the most main deck ability out of the side deck, even over Brain Con, Mind Con. That's just my thoughts. I'll just say that. Okay, let's show off, I guess, some combos. I guess this is gonna try to be as quick as possible with this shuffling situation. But let me know in the comments what you think about the deck, what I should probably change, recommendations with this deck. Yeah, let me know. I would love to see it because I've been loving tinkering with it, with the trade-ins, the Valhallas. I just think this is maybe even slightly better than Kristya Sworn. I might make another deck profile on that very soon. I just need to find the right build for it, but I've been loving Valhalla Trade-in Fairy, whatever you want to call this deck. Pure Valhalla Fairy over Kristya Sworn. So I want to see what you guys think about that. So yeah, let me know. Also check out I Am Carnitas. He's the one I really test a lot in EDISON with, in a lot of different formats too. We test GOAT, we test 2012 format, both Redo and Long Beach format, and of course he's got me back into Modern, like in the Orcus thing. But I think with the result of K9 being more popular, Orcus is struggling in that matchup. So yeah, into just K9 for sure. So let's see what this hand can do. Just doing a little test hand for now. Just gonna cut. Let's get these 5 going. Wham, 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 and wham. Okay, really, really nice hand. We can immediately do some nasty stuff with this. Draw for turn, I guess. Oh, wow. This changes a lot, actually. This card really does change a lot. We're just gonna go right for Hecatrice. We're gonna go for that nice Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen. And then we're gonna fire Valhalla. I think the funny thing is that we can go for Dim Alk. We're gonna fire this Dim Alk, see what we hit. We don't hit. You love to see. That's my tournament experience sometimes with this deck. We're just gonna set one, and we have Honest available. The Beckoning Light can change this Foolish back into Hecatrice, so you can set it if you want. And then you're pretty good set on for fairies. You just don't have the Kristya right now. Actually, you can just go Foolish for Kristya right here. It can then set up Beckoning. That's so funny. Very funny. You can just do that. And it seems like you're pretty off to the races, don't you think? Yeah. That's a great one. Obviously, your Dim Out doesn't have a good target, and that's why we play the Gold Sarks, but it seems pretty good, don't you think? Not gonna lie. Good little start test hand. See, I knew the Foolish. Now that I talk really trash on it, it's just gonna come in. It comes in and shows off why I put it in the deck. Yeah, let's do one more test hand, and then we'll see how this one goes. Just one more little test hand. See how it performs, shall we? Okay. Just one little test hand. Let's see how that goes. We just go cut. And let's show off the 5. Honest, Valley, Caius, Venus, Kristya. Kind of a rough hand, not gonna lie. All right, we need the 6 card to be specifically traded. Foolish. Kind of rough. Not this one's a rough hand. This one you're going to be looking at your opponent a lot. You're just going to wait for your draws to be good. You can just go Cyber Valley and just like hope and pray that it all ends up fine here. We can Valley here, banish and draw a card. Or is it 2 cards? I always forget if it's 2 or 1. Banish this card, draw a card, end the battle phase. Yeah, you can draw this card. Okay, huge, kind of a huge one because you just get it back for later. Not bad. And then our draw for turn. Beckoning. Kind of not what you want to see. You can just ditch this whole hand. Is kind of rough. Actually, it's once again foolish for Hecatrice. And then you can get back the Hecatrice with a Beckoning Light. Fun. We go normal Dim Alch. Use Dim Alch effect just because why not? Another decent one here. I'm gonna go foolish for Hecatrice just to get the ball rolling. Then we can set. We can pretty much go set Beckoning, pitch these 4, and then we can just ditch Caius to grave, get Hecatrice. Fun little plan there. All right, well, looks like we're kind of all set to go. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know if you want to see more EDISON content, more redo content. I actually have another redo deck coming up in the future, so let me know what you guys thinking down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye for now.